According to the International Herald Tribune, the slenderness of the French has been so mythic that some scientists theorize that it must have genetic roots. Some anthropologists even theorize that the French were thin because France had never experienced prolonged famine, so there was little genetic pressure for having extra fat. However, France does have an obesity problem. Its current obesity rate is 10% compared to the United States rate of 32%. Obesity is a condition where a person is 20% over their ideal weight. This is classified by the National Institute of Health as a BMI of 30 and above. This film compares the two cultures and investigates some of the possible explanations for this rise in obesity.
The first of the four possible explanations for Parisians maintaining a healthy weight is their active lifestyle. The daily commute involves at least 30 total minutes of walking. The metro stations all have stairs and underground connections that are about 100 meters long in distance. It is often quicker for a person to walk the distance of 2 metro stops rather than riding the metro. Many Parisians do not own cars, and the first 4 arrondissements are expected to be car-free by the year 2012.
On spring or on summer, there are a lot of people running bicycle in Paris now with a new system.
Je pense que les Parisiens et les Parisiennes beaucoup montent les escaliers, descendent les escaliers, et ça fait partie de l'exercice.
It is clear that exercise is a part of the French lifestyle, contributing numerous health benefits, especially that of lower obesity. Another contributing factor to low obesity is the smaller portion sizes.
Oh, portions? Oh my gosh, we could go on all day about portions. How you just, here I feel like obviously you have a lot more courses at a meal, especially dinner, and they're just, you want to make sure you have smaller portions because you want to have room for every course. Whereas in America, we like to put all of our courses, all of our, sides and everything on one plate. We, I think we eat too fast, and we just don't even think about how much we're eating at once. And we have this weird, and I think it's starting to happen in France. I heard about these buffets in France like we have in the US, where it's like all you can eat buffets, and the idea of that now to me is just, that's not a good, it's not a healthy way to think, but we do that where we want to pay and get a lot. That's more important to us, and whereas here you pay and you get good quality food, it'll be very small portions, and I honestly think you don't need that much, so I like the portion size better here.
It is known that larger servings encourage overeating, which is significant in France as the common sizes of popular dishes are 25% smaller than in the US. This fact was investigated at multiple restaurants where a writing utensil was used as a measurement of the portion. The portions did in fact tend to be smaller in France, making this a valid argument for their low obesity rates. A third aspect of the French culture that contributes to their low obesity rate is the fact that they do not encourage snacking in between meals. Snacking can be considered a part of a healthy diet, but oftentimes is very unhealthy due to the highly processed foods and lack of hunger associated with it. A study done in the United States showed that having a snack between lunch and dinner did not decrease the total calories consumed at dinner. This means the potential metabolic advantage from snacking is lost because the total calories consumed is increased.
Ah, ok, you snack?
Non, jamais.
Non.
Non, juste miss.
Non, c'est des repas complets en fait. On n'a pas trop l'habitude de prendre des snacks.
The traditional meals that were once a staple in the French culture are slowly disappearing as people become busier. They used to spend hours preparing and enjoying fresh meals. The average French meal has decreased in length from 1 hour and 22 minutes in 1978 to just 38 minutes today. While conducting a house study, the International Herald Tribune observed French families at mealtime and found that the family meal was punctuated by television and time on the phone, often with only one shared course. After that, each person would rush off for self-service desserts, like yogurt or ice cream, rather than remaining together for fruit or cheese.
I'd rather not eat at all if I don't have time to eat. We need a break. I mean, not we French, but everyone needs really a break. You need to take, even if it's half an hour, you need to go out of the place you're working all day and to sit down somewhere.
Dinner is probably, we generally eat, my husband and I generally eat around 8 or 8:30 in the evening, and I would say from the time we make dinner to actually cleaning up and everything, it's a good hour, hour and a half. When I lived in the U.S., I lived with my parents because I was still a student, and I had come from a big family, and it was a lot faster. We were generally, my mother put dinner on the table and we were like done within a half an hour. Whereas now I think we probably linger more and talk more.